Over the decades, India and France have built a relationship rooted in trust, strategic clarity, and mutual respect. Diplomatic ties were established in 1947, but a defining turning point came in 1998, when the two nations launched a strategic partnership, India's first with a Western country. Importantly, when India faced international hesitation and imposition after its 1998 nuclear tests, France chose engagement over isolation and continued cooperation. That decision cemented France's position as India's most dependable strategic partner in Europe. Yet, the connection between India and France goes even deeper into the era of India's freedom struggle. Revolutionary leader Veer Savarkar made a daring escape attempt in 1910 at the port city Marseille, leaping from British custody onto French soil. That episode triggered an international legal dispute and placed India's independence movement on the global stage. In recent times, during his recent visits to France, PM Modi paid homage to Savarkar's courage there, calling it a symbol of unwavering resolve for India's freedom. Savarkar was influenced by European revolutionary ideals, particularly the French Revolution's principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity, as well as the writings of Giuseppe Mazzini. In his book, The Indian War of Independence, he drew parallels between European nationalist movements and India's freedom struggle. Even at the level of ideas, a historical bridge existed between the two nations. As India moved into the 21st century, particularly after 2014 under PM Modi, this historic goodwill transformed into accelerated strategic action. Defense cooperation gathered speed. The 2016 agreement for 36 Dassault Rafale aircraft strengthened India's air capabilities. This was followed by a 64,000 crore agreement for 26 Rafale marine aircraft for the Indian Navy, reinforcing carrier-based strength in the Indo-Pacific. Moreover, discussions on additional fighter aircraft manufacturing in India further aligned with the Make in India vision. Cooperation also expanded in civil nuclear energy, space, counter-terrorism, and clean energy. The AI Action Summit hosted in Paris in 2025 deepened alignment in digital governance and emerging technologies, preparing the ground for a larger structural upgrade. That upgrade came in February 2026 when President Emmanuel Macron visited India for the AI Impact Summit in New Delhi. During this visit, both leaders elevated ties to a special global strategic partnership. Under this upgraded framework, several concrete deals and mechanisms were advanced. A joint advanced technology development group to co-develop emerging defense and critical technologies. Expansion of co-production in defense manufacturing. In Karnataka, Tata Advanced Systems Limited and Airbus inaugurated India's first private sector helicopter final assembly line for the H-125, marking a shift toward manufacturing collaboration within India. A joint venture between Bharat Electronics Limited and Safran to produce Hammer air-to-ground missiles domestically. Continued cooperation on submarines under the Kalvari class program. Strengthened civil nuclear discussions, including large capacity plants and small modular reactors within the long-term Jaitapur framework. Deeper space collaboration between ISRO and CNES, including strategic space dialogue and defense space cooperation. A joint declaration on critical minerals to secure resilient supply chains. Amendment of the bilateral tax treaty to promote investment flows. Launch of the 2026 India-France Year of Innovation to boost AI, research, startups, and digital collaboration. At the multilateral level, France reiterated support for India's permanent membership in the UN Security Council and backed reform of global institutions. Both countries coordinated in the Indo-Pacific, supported climate initiatives such as the International Solar Alliance, and aligned on resilient connectivity projects, including the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor. Guided by the Horizon 2047 roadmap, the Special Global Strategic Partnership signals a long-term vision extending to the centenary of India's independence. What began as strategic trust has evolved into structured co-development, joint manufacturing, and coordinated global action. Under PM Modi's leadership, India's partnership with France has expanded in scope and depth, positioning both nations to shape security, technology, and economic resilience together in the decades ahead.